Hey there, I am Logan Faye. A lot of you know me from the CloudSpot group. I am part of the CloudSpot team, but I am also going into my 7th year of business as a photographer. And coming out of 4.5 years of using Honeybook, I have fully made the switch over to CloudSpot Studio, and I want to show you how I made that switch. I know with Honeybook's pricing going up, a lot of people are considering moving. And I've been seeing and hearing lots of comments throughout social media and our group about questions about Studio and how people can make that work for them. So I want to give you guys just an overview of how I made that switch, how it has been going for me, and also my clients' reaction, because I have a lot of repeat clients who were used to my workflow with Honeybook. And I want to show you and tell you about how they reacted when I switched over to CloudSpot Studio. So first, just a high-level overview of CloudSpot Studio. You can send contracts, questionnaires, invoices, projects. You can book mini sessions coming in a while. This next year, I can't say exactly when, but will be a full calendar booking. And we are so excited just to continue to grow Studio to meet your needs. I'm excited about it from a photographer's perspective, but also from someone as part of the CloudSpot team. So one thing that I do want you to look at if you're considering switching is on this page on our website, we have how much will you save with CloudSpot Studio. This is really neat because you can see how much you will save by switching, but also take into consideration if you're with Honeybook, the prices are going up and they're going up a decent amount. So take that into consideration as you fill this out. I have my monthly average income at $2,500 for photography, and I was paying $50 a month with Honeybook. So that alone saves me $724 a year. As a small business owner, you guys all know that that is huge. Being able to save even a little bit every year is huge for small business owners. So let's go ahead and go into CloudSpot Studio. I'm going to kind of give you an overview of Studio and then what I did first when I started to make the transition and kind of how everything has been going. So if you've never used Studio, your homepage is going to look a little bit different than mine because you're not going to have any recent activity, but you should see some of the quick actions up at the top. The very first thing though that I did when I started to make the switch was I created my templates. If you have contract templates, invoice templates, questionnaire templates, lead forms, you are going to want to start here because once you have those templates in, everything else is going to go so quickly when you send a project or an invoice or anything to your clients. So let's click on templates here. And at the very top, we've got lead forms. So if you have a page on your website where people can contact you, you're going to want to create a lead form. You can also add in a link to like link in bio in Instagram or a link on Facebook so that people can fill out that form as well. So if you click on create new lead form, we've got, let's go back for a second. We've got 2 different templates for you. So we've got a portrait template and wedding template. And then you can change the response, any of the response emails for contracts, questionnaires, invoices, projects. You just have to go into these templates right here and adjust them or create a new one. So under contracts, I've got all of my contracts that I literally just copied and pasted from Honeybook. I do recommend saving your contracts. I have mine all saved in like a Google a folder and then Google Docs for each one, just so that I have them in a safe place. So I did that and then copied them over to CloudSpot Studio. Within the contract, you do it in sections or you can just put it in one big box. Doesn't matter. Very easy to fill out. There are smart fields in those so that you're not going to have to go back and say like, oh, I changed the session date or changed the retainer amount. So I have these for all of my different kinds of collections and sessions that I do. All right, invoices. Again, I have these filled out for all of my types of sessions and different collections that I have. And then questionnaires, same thing, Christmas, senior, family, newborn. I've got all of those there. The ones that say emails below all of these, when you go to send a invoice or a questionnaire, there's like a little drop down menu that you can click on to just do like add a template to it instead of having to rewrite everything every time. Project emails, got those, and then booking emails, it'll send a reminder to your clients. So that is the first place that I would start. Create all of the templates that you need to create, bring them over from whatever service you're using, and get those in there first. That is the very first thing I would do. From there, everything else is actually really simple. Of course, you will want to go in and do some branding before you start sending stuff out. So that's under settings. If you click on settings, you can add your signature. You can add the little icon that pops up. You can change the background. This is from my website, so I added that. You can change all of the colors to match your branding. And it goes through, mini sessions, questionnaires, invoices. Everything is customizable. Client portal, again, I have like that one photo that you saw up there. If you want to remove it, you can click remove and then add another photo. But buttons are customizable. Payments, make sure that you go through that and set it up. It's really easy, just a few steps. And then calendar sync. I love this. All of my sessions are showing up in my calendar, and it is making it so easy to have everything on my phone when I'm going through and looking at things. So I've got the calendar sync there as well. So first task is to transfer over your templates. Second task would be to go to settings and apply all of your brand colors and whatnot. Okay. For booking, I use booking for my red truck mini sessions, my blue bonnet sessions. We do right now, when you do booking, you can schedule it for one day. So when I do red truck sessions, I have like 4 days that I do those. I create a mini session for each one, and then I use Flowdesk to set up an email where I have a link to all 4 of those, and my clients can click on it and choose which date they'd like. Eventually, we will be coming out with a full-blown booking calendar where it's not just for mini sessions, but for now we've got just mini sessions. What I have been doing, because I know a lot of people say like, well, I need a full calendar. I was actually having issues with the Honeybook calendar in the first place, and anytime I reach out to their support team, I get an AI bot, and then it takes like 3 days for them to get back to me. So I honestly got tired of using Honeybook's calendar, and I started just calling my clients or saying, hey, thanks so much for reaching out. These are the dates that I have available for the type of session you're looking for. Let me know which date works best for you. And I honestly don't mind reaching out to my clients like that, rather than having them book. I also had trouble with like keeping the calendar up to date. Like if one of my kids had something random come up, I would have to go and adjust that in the calendar and remember to do it. And it was just kind of a mess. So I honestly like, for normal sessions, just talking to my clients about the dates. Mini sessions, this is amazing. What it looks like, I don't think I have one pulled up. Let me show you what the mini session looks like. So on the back end for the photographer, you can see all my clients that are signed up, their phone numbers. They have already paid, and that's one thing that I absolutely love about mini sessions. They have to pay. Well, not have to. I have it set up so they have to pay their retainer when they book their mini session. I cannot tell you how many times I had to chase down clients because they had not paid their retainer. And it would be like a week later, I'm like, hey, you were supposed to pay within 2 days. Like, I'm going to have to release your spot. And it just makes everything awkward. So being able to have them pay at the time of booking this year was amazing. This is the session or the page that my clients are taken to. Again, I have all 4 of my dates for red truck sessions in a Flowdesk email. So if they want the 20th, they click on that button, takes them to this page, and they can book very easily. When they click on their time slot, it will, they'll see the terms and conditions. They'll have to agree to that. I just put my retainer information in there, and then they book and everything is done on that end. Let's go back to booking. Booking is really easy to set up. I'm not going to walk through all of it. I can, if you have any questions, just let me know. But you just click on create a new mini session and fill all this out. You can add photos like I did for Red Truck. and require payment if you want, terms and conditions. If you are requiring payment, make sure that you put your retainer information in there. But it's so easy. It is so easy. All right, let's go to projects. I want to show you how easy it is to do a project, to send a project to a client. So I have recorded this video 3 times now. So I have a few sample ones there, but we're gonna go through how to create a project. So I want to show you how easy it is. When a client inquires and says, I want to book a family session, I send one email back and say, hey, so happy you're here. Here's my welcome guide. Here are the dates I'm available. Let me know which package you would like and let me know which date you would like. Once they do that, I go ahead and create a project. So I'm going to name this sample since I already have a sample one. I'm going to add myself as the client just so it doesn't actually get sent to a client. Say we're doing our session at 4:30 p.m. to 5. Round Rock. You can fill all this out if you want. Description. Once you hit create project, this is where your templates are going to come in handy. So with contracts, all you have to do is add contract, start with a template, Christmas session contract. Of course, my computer's being a little slow. Continue. And then you just scroll down. I have smart fields in here, so I don't actually need to go and change these because it's pulling it from what I entered when I created the project. So scroll down, save to project, and it's there. So this is why you set up your templates at the beginning. Just makes it very easy to go in and apply the template, scroll down, save to project. You get the idea. So once you go through all that, you can also add galleries, which I'm going to show you in just a second why I like adding galleries. You can add invoices, project files, project notes. Those are not visible to your clients. Those are just for you. Same with activity history. You'll be able to see that. With galleries, this is something that I am overly obsessed with. So I made a virtual or digital location guide for my clients. So that's one of my galleries. It's pulling it from the gallery side of CloudSpot and I'm adding it to my project. I went ahead and created a sample one. So I'm going to click on this right here and show you. This is what a project would look like once I have sent it to my clients. So up at the top here, anything that's in red is going to be tasks that your client needs to complete. So very easy, right at the top, your clients can see that it's due or it needs to be done. They can easily click, pay invoice, takes them to that. It's all right there. You can add galleries to this, files, contracts, everything that they can see what they've already filled out and then what they need to fill out still. Okay. I love that you can attach galleries to their project because when I send out information, I've given them the welcome guide, they've chosen their package and their date, I give them a location guide. So I add that to their project and what they do is if they click view gallery, they can see my top 4 favorite places to do sessions. And what I did is I created just a simple graphic in Canva that has like the walkability, like how easy it is with strollers or for elderly, if they have grandparents coming, any additional fees, why I love the location, and then the address. So sorry, my screen I had something blocking the X there. I have all of these in different folders that they can go through and see the locations, see where I like to do my sessions the most. But everything is right there. So it's right within their project. Once they're done with their session, I can remove the location guide and I can just add their finished gallery so it's all in one place. In PDFs, I've got the welcome guide and location guide there as well. I always attach the welcome guide even after they've chosen their collection, because if my clients want to upgrade to the next one, say they got a package that includes, 15 digital images, then they can upgrade to the next one after they have seen their photos, and if they want to upgrade, that information's there. Okay, I think that's it. We went over leads. lead forms is pretty amazing. So make sure that you fill that out, attach it to your website, and use it. Within my my Gmail, what I've done with all of my email templates in Honeybook is I've just moved them over to my Gmail account. I have put like family email number 1 and then family email number 2. And again, I have cut down from 5 emails because I used to send out an email saying, hey, thank you so much. Here's your welcome guide. Then I would send out an email with the contract and the invoice. And then if they hadn't filled that out, I would follow up again. And then I would send out one with the location guide to pick where their location was. So I've gone from about 5 emails down to 2, and it's been amazing. My clients love it. I love it. There's just so much less back and forth, and it makes it a better experience for them. I think that's it. If you guys have any questions at all, please let me know. Yeah, I think that's it. I think there was one other thing I wanted to share, but I can't remember what it was. So I'm going to go ahead and stop there. If you guys have any questions about switching, let me know. I would not have switched from Honeybook to CloudSpot, even working here, if it did not work for my business. But it does work for my business. It works well. My clients are obsessed with the client portal, and it has just kind of up-leveled my client experience in general. And we all know that that is so important as a photographer and running your business. That's what brings clients back. So I hope you guys enjoyed the walkthrough. Let me know if you have questions. We are always here to help.